What's cracking, y'all? You are now watching Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today. So the New York Knicks took care of the first game in their first round matchup against the Philadelphia 76ers, taking care of that home court advantage, at least so far. Folks, people of New York, New York, the rotten apple, New York Knicks fans, you got a real chance of seeing the Knickerbockers make it to the conference finals at least. It's been roughly 24 years since the Knicks made their last appearance in the conference finals, where they lost to the Indiana Pacers in Game 6, I believe. That would have been the 2000 playoffs. Back when the New York Knicks had Sprewell, Charlie Ward, LJ, used to love LJ, Allen Houston, Bucket, Patrick Ewing, Marcus Camby, Chris Childs, and coincidentally on their roster, they had another player with the last name Brunson. I am by no means, a New York Knicks fan. And you might have seen some videos where I'm wearing a New York Knicks cap. I like the cap, I like the colors, I like the logo. That's all it is. I'm not a Knicks fan. But I do like to see the New York Knicks do well because the hype around the storied franchise, the buzz in the Garden, the buzz in New York, the buzz around the nation is huge. I like the court aesthetics. And they have been largely doo-doo since the early 2000s for the most part. It's good for the league and for the fans when the New York Knicks are relevant and they're playing well and they can make a deep push into the playoffs. Personally, I have more faith in what Jalen Brunson is capable of as far as a combination of leadership and skills than the faith that I had in Carmelo Anthony during his time in New York. And I'm by no means a Carmelo Anthony guy, but I was definitely rooting for Melo when he got over to New York. I wanted them to do well. And I know Carmelo Anthony has a lot of loyal NBA fans, so y'all will probably roast me for that statement that I just made. Have at it. I can see the Knicks beating Philly, given Joel Embiid is playing hurt, and coupled with his playoff history and how he's a generally lesser version than what we see of him in the regular season. So those two things combined, Joel Embiid's not going to be as impactful as people would like him to be. And should the New York Knicks end up beating Philly, they would then face the winner of the Bucks and the Indiana Pacers. Now, the Bucks just won their first game without Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, I definitely think they could take down Indiana. The Bucks will be a tall order, especially if Giannis is back, despite the Bucks being mediocre under Doc Rivers. But I would assume if the Bucks beat Indy, then that means Giannis is back. Though they won the first game without Giannis, so that logic could completely be out the window. Should the Knicks make it to the conference finals and a healthy Celtics team is there waiting, that is where it all may likely end. But hey, what do I know? These things have to play themselves out. We have to see what the future has in store. The basketball is a very delicate game, man. One injury, one event could change an entire team. It's very delicate. The fabric is delicate. So shout out to New York out there. Shout out to all the people in New York. Shout out to the New York Knicks fan base out there. Just letting you guys know that I wish you well. And hey, I want to see the Knicks play longer, and longer. Would love to see it. The hype is real. The energy is a real thing. The Garden will be booming. And come on, we get more Spike Lee in the playoffs. Anywho, that's all I got to say about it, folks. I appreciate each and every one of you lovely people for stepping in. And catch you on the next one. Chime in on the comment section. We out, baby.